So we're working on stabilizing the Nasimev. Um, it's funny. A lot of things occur while I was high. I know pretty much what this device is. Okay, so what's happening now is I'm still dealing with like physiological resistance to its occurrence, and also we're playing like code gaming, uh, which is like if you say something wrong, then it won't happen right. Pretty much. So the goal is just to like slip up the way you say things, to violate conditions you've already set, so that everybody can claim that it's fair for you to physiologically fall apart. Anyway, there was a moment earlier where um, it looked like the screen could just like if I poked my hand through it, it would have just like started. And I think that's cool how close I'm getting, or at least that I'm there, in all of the structures except for this one where you refuse to accept it. But as of now, the evidence just pretty much is generally tracking everybody's logical, tangible state, and manifesting it as a representation on the screen. That's what's occurring at this stage in shared limitation. Um, but what's actually going on is a lot more complex. I managed to like genuinely start like new concepts, and witness and experience concepts like trying to survive, um, and compare traits and stuff like that. Um, However, with the limitation that it's at, and like a lot of the attacks on my music that occurred while I was like, there was a lot of good stuff, and then there was like a lot of like personal, like I just don't like it attacks. Um, I noticed a rule to all this, in that I call it the boogeyman rule. And what the boogeyman rule is that if you can't prove why the boogeyman exists, then the boogeyman is hiding under. And if you can't prove why the boogeyman doesn't exist, there it goes. It's always breaking me just to say I said it wrong, even though what I'm saying is right. If you There's a physical flex here. There's a physical flex here, and it's just trying to keep going no matter what. If you can't disprove why the boogeyman exists, then the boogeyman's hiding under your bed. And that's a general rule that follows you throughout your entire experience. If you can't prove why it isn't gonna happen, then it generally is gonna happen, especially if you don't like it. And so, um, pretty much just get into a reverse boogeyman state in which I know it's occurring, and it was only allowed to occur in this shared state when other people could influence it to harm me. Which I reset. I just kind of got rid of all that after watching it for a little bit. Um, but this boogeyman logic, what it's doing is pretty much um, like a logical, like from the standpoint that existence itself is like a computer codex that is waiting on you to input structure. Um, if some of the other earlier structures put in set you up to have conditions to force you to expect certain realities from the environment, um, then like a boogeyman complex will occur in which, according to what you understand at that point or what's asserted as a rule that you need to respect and follow to maintain your concept, that if your rules can't prevent boogeymans from happening, you're gonna go through them, you know. And there's also like I was trying to say, a reverse boogeyman in which I'm proving by getting above the heads and the reach of logical precedents and spam boards that were made for the purpose of constantly keeping in the conversion of values, of information into hush values against my concept. Um, that we're really getting close to. I need to find another word for the boogeyman complex, but it's pretty much we're getting close to. I noticed that this worked well whenever everybody agreed to use it to attack me, which means that was proof right there that you all kind of have to agree that this works no matter what, which is why I'm just explaining it so far that you can't deny that it makes sense regardless of what direction we go. Because there, you guys were willing to use it and showed up on it and conceptualized only whenever you could use it to attack me, which means your reality collectively is just trying to attack and frustrate me into a state. Like I said, I've already said all this. So that was proof of what this is. And I'm also working on a private well, I'm keeping a lot of things private, but here in the shared physical world, you've all proven to me that you all understand like the mental effort that can go into this and make it real, and have decided to show me that only in regards to it being used to attack me. But you proved it, and you did so while I was high on marijuana, which gives you guys the ability to claim I'm faking. But come on, you know what this is. So with all that being said, just gonna keep going with this. Continuing my research, gotta log some stuff today. And then I'm gonna be done. Done dealing with you guys like resisting it after you prove that it's functioning whenever you think that you can physiologically spam the environment. And I'm gonna get all that shit you did off my songs.